Oh, I just started it too.
Okay, we're live. Okay, so you want to
We are live.
introduce this thing or just jump right into it?
Well, basically, we were going live, right? Okay, guys. Apologize for the lateness. That's all my fault. But basically, we're gonna be talking about the Westboro Baptist Church, right? The Phelps family, right? Now Cole did his research, as he is known to. As you can hear his mechanical keyboard in the background.
It's actually not a mechanical keyboard. It's a
Hopefully,
noise.
is my audio coming through, guys? Give me a thumbs up
I'll mute myself.
in the Q&A. Thumbs up in the Q&A, guys. The Q&A application, we have that sucker open. So if you want to ask questions, go into the Q&A. I just want to make sure my audio is going good. But yes, I did have some problems on starting the show, so I do apologize for that. But we're going to be talking about the Westboro Baptist Church. We're going to be talking about a lot of articles that are on the website at newsingeneral.com. Most of them, or all of them actually, in fact, are written by Cole Cooper, the co-owner of News in General, and the awesome, fantastic, non-tyrannical writer. He's a really good writer, by the way, guys. So give him a shout out and compliment him on his articles because they are fantastic. So let's go ahead and jump into it. We're going to be talking about the Westboro Baptist Church first, and then Cole is going to be introducing his fantastic articles. Ain't that right? So Cole, who is the Westboro Baptist Church? I mean, what is their saying basically?
Well, their motto from
Yeah,
this
the
Russell
motto.
Brand interview I was watching is apparently we're not making this stuff up.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's
Okay.
their motto pertaining to how God hates fags.
So then where the hell are they getting this information? This God hates fags.
And something interesting too, if you don't want to condemn them, apparently you're going to hell, and you should probably be put to death. If you're not, a fag according to them, but
Yep.
don't condemn anybody that is homosexual. You need to be put to death. Although in the Bible, I believe it says "Thou shalt not kill" or something like that.
Oh yeah. So basically, we're supposed to sin against the sinners, right? We
You're
are
right.
supposed
That's
to
what you're
sin
saying.
against, but that's
Because
okay.
it's loving.
Oh yeah, it's loving. We love you, so we're gonna kill you, right?
Something like that. Yeah.
We love you guys, but we're gonna kill you. We're from God. We're a man of God. We're a people of God. But yet we're gonna go ahead and commit sin ourselves by saying we hate you. By saying God hates fags. God hates soldiers. God's glad that soldiers are dead. How can God hate anybody, guys? I'm sorry for screaming, but I'm very passionate about this. God does not hate anyone. Okay, God cannot hate anyone. Okay, He created us. He is all knowing, all loving, and He's definitely not a
Hey,
killer, of
check
course.
I hate to interrupt you like this, but check the group chat there. Tell me how that sounds
Holy
before I
hell,
send
okay.
this
Okay.
out.
Yep, that's perfect. Fantastic.
Perfect.
Thank you. Thank you for getting that going. Because I had a little hiccup there on my other show, but
Okay.
thank you for getting that going. Definitely perfect, Cole. Yes, definitely.
Continue
Oh
on.
yeah. Okay. Apologize for that. Let me know the people in the chat there in the hangout watching. Go ahead and comment what you guys think on the Westboro scumbag Baptist Church, who think they are all knowing and are
And
people
God
of
hates
God.
America too. Now, disregard the fact that the Westboro Baptist Church is in
Is it
America.
Fucking dumbasses. Holy cow! Sorry,
And,
bro.
and another guy he was talking to, some of these protesters, right? And he's saying,
Yep.
he was talking about some of the people that left the Westboro left the Westboro Baptist Church because, they didn't agree with the garbage that they were, sending out. So basically, what that person was, he said that
Terrible.
that the various people were hot. So this is like someone interviewing them, right?
Yeah.
And then this is what the protester says as part of the Westboro Baptist Church.
Yeah.
You're a fag. You're a fag for thinking women are hot.
How the hell is that possible?
So she doesn't even understand what fag means.
Yeah, exactly. But that's the thing where I want to get into. But before we get into that, Cole, a comment has arisen on the Q&A. Now this is probably some type of troll or I don't know. I'm just by the comment itself. KG pseudonym, which is a crazy name, says there is no God. Next topic. So that is definitely somebody we need to block.
Not necessarily a troll. If it's your opinion that there isn't a God.
Well, the way he says it, and he has no profile picture.
Yeah, it's like
it looks like an account that was just created like just about today.
He's probably saying, I don't think it exists, therefore you don't have any free speech. Move on.
Yeah. Sorry about that, KG pseudonym. This is not your live show. This is mine. So if I want to talk about there is a God, then I can. Okay.
And if someone wants to say that to me.
Now, also KG pseudonym. Did I say there was a God in the hangout? or in this
No.
show? No, I didn't. So why are you assuming that I said that or that I believe in God? You just want to go ahead and troll us, right? So bye-bye.
Yeah, yeah.
I didn't block you. Don't worry about that. You can still troll all
Oh,
you
yeah.
want to. I don't care.
It's your right to do that because he has
Yeah,
free
you're
speech
right.
too.
Absolutely. That's why I didn't block him.
It's a free country.
Yep.
Unless you're, unless you're like in the position of Obama and you just, you're a dictator, you're
but,
Lord Obama.
but
But anyways,
as I was going into, Cole, before I got into this comment here by KG, there is no evidence that there is a God, so believing in one makes no sense. I agree. Absolutely. You know what? I agree. And the thing is,
hey, listen, I'll be right back.
with religion, okay, you got to have faith. Now, faith isn't hard evidence. You can't go out. You said God is loving. Yeah, God is loving. I'm not saying God is one person. I'm not saying God is the creator of all things. I'm saying God as being a more not uppercase God. Okay, there's definitions here. Uppercase God meaning one supreme being. Okay, that's uppercase God. Lowercase God is basically like the Greek gods. Okay, like the gods that had power or even possibly extraterrestrials. Okay, those could have been referred to as lowercase gods. There's more than one God, you see. More than one God, and that's when you refer to lowercase g instead of uppercase G. And that's why I said God is all loving or God is loving because maybe he is an extraterrestrial. You never know. Am I right, Cole?
Well, we don't know anything about him, really.
I know we don't know anything about him exactly. So how do we know if he's real, if he's a real human flesh person, or if he's
the Westboro Baptist Church. That's why. That's how.
Yeah. But yes, the reason why, like I said, okay, I want to get to his comment. He said God is all loving. Why did I say that? That's because I believe in somebody who's all knowing and powerful. You see what I'm saying? I'm not saying I'm not. Yeah, it's my opinion. I'm not saying it's one supreme being. I'm saying it could be many of them, and maybe one of these gods, lowercase gods, are in charge of Earth. Basically, are in charge of Earth. Are the creators of us? Maybe they manufactured us in a laboratory. You never know, Cole. Don't laugh at it because look at what we're doing today with DNA manipulation.
Yeah, but you could argue on that. Same thing as from what you just said, from extraterrestrials and this and that. Maybe the whole idea of God just comes out of a want too.
Yeah.
I'm just I'm not saying I believe this. I'm just saying it's something you could argue that comes out of a want. That people want to believe there's more after death. There's an almighty being,
exactly.
It gives them faith. It comes out of more of a want than maybe fact. What do you think of that?
No. I'm not saying there's hard evidence. There's fact. It's fact that God's real. I'm saying there's a possibility that God is real. There's a possibility that the world can end tomorrow, okay? You got to open your freaking mind, people. There is a possibility that God's real. There's a possibility that he's an extraterrestrial. There's a possibility of many different things in the world.
You can't rule him out. You can't disregard it.
That's exactly why I said...
There's nothing proving or disproving it.
No, exactly. That is why I said God is all loving, because he couldn't, if God is real, I'm saying, he could not have created all of us and everything on earth to hate us, okay? So he's got to be all loving in order to do this.
Yeah, but of course, if you're the Westboro Baptist Church, hate everything. In this one video I was watching, ABC, this one guy spent a weekend with some guy, right? Dairy farmers are bad because they don't put up homosexual hating messages on the side of their barns.
Yeah.
Like what the hell kind of belief is that?
What the hell?
I think what happens with the Westboro Baptist Church is, maybe they're not as bad as they seem. And this might sound a little odd for me to say, but I think their beliefs are rooted in some sort of grain of truth, and they've totally blown it out of proportion. But they actually believe it. I think they actually truly believe what they're saying.
Let me tell you this, guys. That is because, they do actually believe that. You know why? Because they're brainwashed. They brainwashed themselves, okay? It backfired on them. They were trying to brainwash everybody else because of Fred Phelps, who brainwashed his daughter.
Right.
They went ahead and tried preaching out to all these other people, and they brainwashed themselves. One of the guys was actually a reporter who came there. He came there to report on them and to document it all. And then all of a sudden he fell into the trap and was brainwashed. They have children, guys. 3, 4, 5-year-old children holding up signs.
God hates fags.
God hates fags. Protesting, putting their lives in danger by putting them out there because one of the children actually got hit with a cup full of soda or some type of drinking fluid. Got hit in the head with it. I mean, what if he comes out with a gun? And not only this, guys. they are creating these children to hate people as they get older. So when they get 17, 18 years old, what happens when they see somebody who's gay, or when they see a lesbian, or when they see a person that's Jewish? They're going to hate them. Who knows? They might be creating terrorists right there by creating them to,
I don't think it'll get to the point of terrorism.
It could, though.
But it could. But think about it this way. Because that opinion isn't as popular anymore. If you went back 30 years, I think this opinion wouldn't have been so out there. But with all the acceptance in the world today, it is an outlandish, opinion. I think today, much like it would have 30 years ago, that's opposite today. It's probably going to get them beaten up.
Yeah.
Because there is that acceptance in the world now. 30 years ago, it would have been okay, and they'd be beating up the gays.
Yeah.
But things have turned, whether you agree with it or not.
I do want to point out the fact that in the Bible, it does not say, hey, go ahead and be gay, go ahead and be a lesbian. It does not say that. It also does not. We're not created to reproduce with another man. We're created to reproduce with another woman. So is it wrong? I don't know. To me, it's their own thing.
Well, it comes down to individual freedoms.
Yeah, exactly. If they want to be gay, be gay. If they want to be lesbian, be lesbian. Okay. That's not. I don't care. Do whatever you want.
Yeah.
It's on you. It's on you. If the world or the Armageddon happens and Judge comes to judge you or whatever, it's on you. It's your own opinion. It's your freedom to love who you want, to have sex with whoever.
But if you believe in the Westboro Baptist Church, God,
it's not okay to be anything. You've got to just be, brainwashed, and you've got to believe in them.
No matter who you are, yeah. God hates me.
Yeah, no. If you don't believe in them, then you're just utterly scumbag, pieces of crap. You're going to go to hell. You're going to die. This and that. Blah blah blah.
And the funny thing is,
even if you're a 5-year-old child, and you say
actually, according to one of them, if you're a stillborn that is born, you're basically dead, but you're still there. You're going to hell. If you're a 5-year-old that dies, you're going to hell.
Wow, there's these people guys. If you ever have a chance to meet these people, if they're in your protesting anywhere locally where you live, stay far away from them. If you happen to drive by them, I just recommend flicking them off and saying, "Go fuck yourself."
If they come down to Edmonton or something, I'll do a report on them.
Oh yeah, I'd love to do a report on them as well. I'd love to get right into it. Fucking do an argument with them, get right into it.
Yeah.
Well, wait a minute now. You're married, but yet you won't let your daughter get married because you say that's blasphemy, and that's she'll go to hell if she has sex or if she gets married. Because that's what the one daughter said. She's afraid of getting married, or she doesn't want to get married because. Go ahead.
They have this association with the word faggot, right? And generally they shorten it down to fag.
Yeah.
But name one part in the Bible that uses the word fag or faggot.
Neither. None.
Exactly. It doesn't happen. They just use it. It's just, to give this shock value to their otherwise, unfavorable opinion.
All right, question time here. One real quick question time. We are currently answering this. I don't know why we're still answering this, but it says, well, if you said God is loving, then you said there is a God.
Well, no, we're quoting the Westboro Baptist Church. Jason's not well, actually, he did say that, but that is his own belief. And of course, he explained his beliefs in the statement.
Yeah, exactly. He thinks I'm referring to one person, one God.
He's explained it to be a different possibility of, maybe
I'm explaining that maybe
possibility.
There's more gods than just one God. That's a possibility.
Yeah, and to read history, you actually kind of see that.
Exactly. I mean, look at all the ancient Egyptians and all the reference to the sun god, to the demigods. They're referring to multiple gods, lowercase gods, not uppercase gods. Uppercase God is the Christian belief of one supreme being that created everything.
And another thing I want to mention about the Westboro Baptist Church is, they basically judge everybody for their beliefs and their actions, and of course they define what love and all that is.
Yeah.
But then they say, no, you can't define what love is, and then they totally change the things of only God can do that. But we're basically messengers of God somehow. They're basically saying they're better than everyone. Everyone's bad. Everyone's evil. Everyone's going to hell.
Everyone, face it. Let's face it. Harpreet Singh Danwar, KG pseudonym, Vlog Montana even. Me and Cole are all going to hell according to the Westboro Baptist Church.
Yes, we're all done. Actually, apparently we all hate one another too because we're not spreading the message about how we're sinning every minute of our lives.
Oh, crazy.
This is the sad part too. The Westboro Baptist Church isn't even that big.
Oh no, the reason why, Cole, is think about it. Look how much they spend all out what?
But look how big their message is. Like,
Yeah.
it's not big. It's not a big church, but their message is,
It's gigantic.
and everyone seems to hate their message too, because, like I said, there's been that
Well, why wouldn't you
shift
want
in
to hate?
society where people are accepting of homosexuals. There's been that shift. Some people don't agree with it, but the majority do at this point.
Hey, I'm straight as a telephone pole, but like I said, it's okay for my friend to be gay. It's okay for my female friend to be a lesbian. However, if they were trying to come on to me, then that's when I'd have to
that's
step
the
in
line.
and
That's
say,
the end.
no, hey bud, turn around, go that way. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, don't do. I'm not into that stuff. You are. That's fine. That's great.
No, go do it to somebody else. But another commenter says Harpari Singh Danwar. Hopefully I pronounced it right. Apologize. God is one, any part of world. I believe he's did a lowercase God. I'm not sure if he is meaning what I'm referring to, but I'm not exactly what he's asking here. I think he's just commenting actually. That's the flaw with the Q&A. Is the Q&A app is really designed for question and answers, so you ask a question, we answer it.
Well, head over to the YouTube page then.
But yeah, my internet's too bad.
There's no comments there yet.
For now, guys, just go ahead and do the comments in the Q&A if you want. I have no problem with that.
But
God is one, any part of the world. So he's saying that God, there's only one God. So he's on the side of religion, saying there's only one God, and that's it.
And do these kids go to normal schools, or is that just too sinful?
I think they're home. Well, actually, the eldest daughter there, she's going to college, one of the pretty good colleges as well, from what I heard. But she has no friends. She said she has acquaintances.
Right, but for these young kids, like, did they go to a public school, or is that just evil? Is like the public school just?
Most likely, Cole. Most likely. Most likely. I didn't research it. I didn't look it up. Apologize for that.
Because if they do go to a public school.
Yeah.
I can't imagine, they get along too well with anybody.
Oh, hell no. They get picked on. I know they do for a fact.
For sure. I said, 30 years ago.
That's if they voice their opinions in school, They might not.
I think they do. Like, the reporter asked them, so what do you believe? And yeah, got it, that the world's going to come to an end. Heck, you know what, this whole...
they don't even freaking understand what they're
saying. You're right. And this whole same-sex marriage thing, that's why a lot of them get out of it when they get older. But they think this whole same-sex marriage thing is the end of the world. Our world is coming to an end.
Well, if you believe in one God, okay, if you believe in one God, you're a Christian. They say that once society becomes like that, once we start to get into that area, that's the end times. Basically, we start doing things that's against religion and against God's word or God's commandments. But there's no 10 commandment that says you can't be gay or you can't sleep with a woman, can't sleep with another woman.
If God
there is adultery. There is an adultery command.
And of course get divorced and remarried. That's what that is.
That doesn't have anything to relate to being gay or being a lesbian.
But if he hated gays as much as they say they do, you'd think there'd be just one page in the Bible, in big block bold letters that says God hates fags.
Oh yeah.
According to the Westboro Baptist Church, because apparently they do, and they have alphabetized signs in their garage there, like a wall of just different hate speech and different signs. God hates this. You're all going to hell.
Possibly, Cole. That's where we lead into saying they don't go to public schools; they get homeschooled by the Baptist Church. Just another brainwashing mechanism for the Baptist Church there.
And these people protest at other churches too.
Oh yeah, that's
and
ridiculous.
Not only that, they protest at soldiers' funerals.
Oh yeah, I've seen that. But what's really good about that is the motorcycle clubs there will go and basically line up in a single file line, blocking out the family that's mourning of the dead soldier. That way they don't see the protests and stuff like that, which is very good. I'm glad they do that. However, freedom of speech, though, if they want to protest all they want, they're allowed to.
Yeah,
it's hate speech, exactly. But that's the thing, because once we start going against that, then
then things can why is it okay? Everything's hate speech now.
Yeah,
you hate Obama? How dare you?
Exactly. Exactly. So let's go ahead and answer this other question by KG pseudonym. Excuse me. I got a little bit of cold here. Why not? If he hates God, or if he's God, why couldn't he hate us? The reason why I say that is because I was a Jehovah's Witness for many, many years, and in the Bible, the Old Testament and the New Testament, it said in one of the scriptures there, I can't remember which verse, but it says that God does not hate, he can't hate, and that's where I came up with that. Okay.
Right.
that's where I came up with saying God can't hate was actually from the Bible, because I was a Jehovah's Witness. Jehovah's Witnesses are those people at the door knocking on there, preaching up, the whole out stuff. That was me, guys, but not anymore. Once my mind opened up and I realized, science and physics and the possibility of other life, I realized, there might be aliens out there, and they may be the ones in control, or maybe just the whole, evolution type deal where we evolved into this. You never know. There's scientific evidence on that. So.
Right.
As I say with everything, guys, there's possibilities in everything. And if you don't open up your mind to it, if you don't open up your mind to extraterrestrial life, if you don't open up your mind...
Westboro Baptist Church.
Yeah. Oh, no. Those, close your mind. Close your mind on that, please. That's the one thing, guys. I give you permission to do.
They do. They have the most closed mind over there.
Oh, yeah.
The Westboro Baptist Church. Actually, in this Russell Brand interview I was watching with them, and they come on the show, the first thing they do is hand them a sign that says... Fag Pimp Brand. They hand him a sign that says it on live TV, like,
wow.
Because he's a supporter of it, he is a fag pimp.
That's fucking ridiculous.
And of course, he made fun of the sign, and of course made them kind of look like idiots.
Hopefully, we don't get our video taken down for all this cussing, Cole.
I don't think it says anywhere that we can't swear on YouTube, does it?
No, it doesn't. However, guys, Vlog Montana, I do appreciate you joining me in the virtualization hangout and your expertise as well. Also, Vlog Montana Anthright says, if God made man in his image, man goes gay, then God is also gay. What do you think about that?
Ooh,
oh, very
the
good.
Westboro Baptist Church will call you.
Vlog Montana, you're going to hell. You're gay.
No, he's going to even lower hell because.
You're gay because you asked that question. Okay, I know you have a wife and all, but according to Westboro,
you're a fag. You got a wife, but you're a fag.
According to the Westboro Baptist Church, you asked that question, you're automatically gay because you're taking that into account. But if God is also, you open up your mind. If God is also gay, then who is he going to be gay with? Who is he going to be gay with? If he's gay. That's the question I pose. I don't think that's the case here because
he does have a son.
Yeah, there you go. But Anthony, like I said, Vlog Montana, like I said, I don't necessarily believe in one all supreme being. So maybe there is other gods out there that are gay and are lesbian. You never know. But I don't believe in just one supreme being. I mean, even in religion itself, there is no one supreme being. There's God, the Holy Ghost, and Jesus, isn't it, or something like that?
Yeah, the Westboro Baptist Church.
Oh, that. Oh hell, Westboro. Oh hell.
Yeah. The stuff they preach, it is amazing that anybody follows. They're absolute garbage. And I think they're mystified too by why there's so many haters that show up at their various protests. Like, why do they yell and scream at us? Why do they throw stuff at us? I don't think they quite understand why people do that.
Cole, real quick, one good question. Did you happen to share this out at all?
I did in all those groups.
Oh, really? Okay, that's why we got all them people coming.
How many people are watching?
Well, there was up to 7 or 8, I think.
Oh, I forgot to share it on the News and General page. I'll get it there, yeah.
Okay,
I got it on 10 different groups, but I forgot about the News and General page.
Yeah, no, let me share it out there. So I believe there's only one person watching.
Hey, it's already on the group, on our Facebook page. It's just Twitter we got to deal with now. If you want to do that, you can. And I think in a few minutes here we'll shift over to a different topic, which.
Yep.
I don't know what the topic is next, actually. But
yeah, you go ahead. You go ahead and choose that. Why?
Yeah, I'll just close my eyes and that one. They're all good articles. Maybe we can get through them. I don't know.
My cat does not want to behave tonight. She always bugs me. It's annoying. Yes, I do have a cat.
I know when to get fired up.
Okay, here's the live show, folks. Come join. Oh, I said here's the live show. Oh no, yeah, I did. Live or life? No, that's life.
And how long are we gonna go with this? Time are we gonna wrap it up?
Most likely 9:30 ish.
9:30. So let me figure out what the hell time is that in.
9:30 Eastern.
So that works out to 7:30 here. I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's 7:30. All right.
Go ahead and post your questions and all that good shit in the comments below while I share this out and Cole gets ready for the next topic.
Yeah, well, I'm figuring out time zones and stuff.
Oh yeah. Oh, my neck is killing me right now, people.
I better my glasses on. I'm gonna be doing some reading.
Oh yeah. Where are my glasses? I have a hard time with these freaking headphones with my glasses because they kind of push onto my
Yeah, I know what you
eyes.
mean. Yeah.
Okay. Not seeing. There it is. Picture archives. Yes, I have a picture archives icon. My picture archives. Okay, there is that. Here is the live show. Blah 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 blah. Open up Twitter. Open up that. The phone rings again late at night. Why do you do this to me? Who is that? I'll just let my dad get it. All right. Hopefully there's nobody watching. They're just sitting here watching us, our ugly mugs sitting here. Let's see.
Waiting.
One review or one viewer. That's probably you, ain't it?
Yes, it would be.
Okay, good. I wanted to make sure that was you. User faces serious threats as hackers take aim at routers, embedded devices, PC world. Thank you, Andrew Tessie. A good friend on Facebook. I'm going to have to talk about that in my other live shows for Future Tech Ideas. Posted that out, tagged my friend Adolfo. Did we share that on News in General as well?
Yeah, on the Facebook page, yeah. Twitter, okay. I haven't covered it all.
Oh, wow. Okay, yeah. Let me fix this goal real quick. No hashtag.
Did you see the Obamacare picture I put up earlier? On the Facebook page?
On the Facebook page? Yes, I seen all the pictures.
What do you think of the Obamacare one?
Obamacare.
Kind of funny.
Actually, they're having problems with Obamacare still.
Yeah, I know. It's an absolute mess. But hey, if you talk to Obama, it's going great. I mean, healthcare. I've been listening. I listen to the TuneIn Radio, and I listen to some U.S. stations, the U.S. online radio stations, and I'm hearing like half of the advertisements. Actually, it's all
Obamacare.
U.S. government paid advertisements on the station.
I'm taking phone calls for Obamacare and emails for Obamacare.
Oh, wow. And seriously, I'm thinking, hearing this stuff, you know what it really makes me think of?
What's that?
Propaganda.
Propaganda. Oh,
I'm hearing half this crap, brush your teeth, of course their promotion is brush your teeth crap, they don't mention about fluoride, but brush your teeth. I hear healthcare is now free and affordable.
Well, you know why?
It's not free, but it's affordable.
wait, you say they're promoting, brush your teeth and all that?
Yeah, for kids and stuff. 2 minutes a day.
You know why? Oh yeah, that fluoride needs to get in there. That all those
your daily dose of fluoride.
That aspartame needs to get in there. That all those chemicals needs to get in there.
Yeah, I'm actually using a fluoride-free toothpaste now.
Fluoride-free, good. That's good.
Yeah, I'm using. Funny enough, it's this Tom's of Maine toothpaste.
Tom's of Maine, yeah. That's. I get that here too. Tom's of Maine, yep.
Yeah.
We use that all the time up here, man.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, definitely, big time. All right. Okay. Why is no hashtags popping up? Hashtag. That's why. I'm so used to doing the control copy and control V. I keep hitting the controls.
And, a few months ago, I was hearing some of the advertisements. They're telling us to prepare for disasters on the station, all paid for by the U.S. government. Prepare for these disasters.
Yep, I've heard
what
that.
Do they know?
Well, yeah. What aren't they telling us? Holy hell! It's kind of scary once you see that. Once big time media or papers and stuff start talking about that, it's like they know something and they're not telling us.
Yeah, and I don't know if you got to watch the video or not, but did you see what Western journalism figured out?
About where the plane, the 370.
Yeah, MH370. Yeah.
Yep.
I thought it was an interesting report. A little scary, but interesting.
I wanna confess, I did not get to read the articles yet. All the articles, that is. I think I told you that already.
Yeah. But you gotta watch the video because they basically
I did read the Mark Dice YouTube censorship, and I did read the why is black box data being streamed. That's as far as I got.
You read the entire black box article? That's a long one.
Yeah, that's why. Hey, why did I congratulate you? I'm like, hey man.
You wouldn't believe how much time I spent on that article. Just that one article alone.
Well, those were the articles I was referring to when I said I had some articles. Because I haven't got into all the other articles.
The black box article, I spent a week on.
Damn.
An entire week.
Well, hey man, that's why you're the co-owner, and that's why you're here. Is
yeah. The bottom line is with the black box stuff is
you're top notch.
It costs too much money. Your lives aren't important enough.
Yeah. That is it right there. it's a lot easier for them to do the black box data as it is now on the plane. Because guess what, guys? They can go rescue the black box data, release all or get all the information that they don't want on there for the public to look at or find, and then say, okay, here's the information that we found in there. And it'd be totally edited out, all the fucking black flag information edited out, if there is any, of course.
Yeah. And like 2 companies based in Canada have the technology.
Have the technology to stream black box.
Boeing's got the patents, but it's just on paper. But 2 companies in Canada have the actual technology, and it's being implemented.
Jesus. Wow.
The U.S., they're like, it's on paper. Yep, they got it on paper. Looks nice on that, doesn't it?
Oh, of course. Okay, 1 second here. I need to figure out whose audio is whose. Is this my audio? Let's see. I believe it's my audio. Is it my audio?
No, yeah, you just suggested mine.
Huh?
You just suggested mine there a minute ago.
Oh, okay, that's yours then. Because we're both news in general. There's mine. Okay. I think that's mine. News in general, adjusted audio level. Am I louder now?
Yeah, a little.
I hope I'm not too loud. Killing everybody's ears. Okay, so we're still one viewer. That's okay. We didn't share it out that much, so only a couple of groups.
10, 12 groups, yeah.
Yeah, I did not. 10, 12 groups. I thought it was like 3 or 4. Because I seen the notifications on there.
Yeah, you don't get notifications for all the groups. I have like 10, 12 different news groups.
Holy cow!
I don't think you know about them. I added you to them, but
I seen them. I got Cole. You want to see how many groups I have on my freaking Facebook?
They need to create like folders for these damn groups.
Yeah, that'd be good. That would actually be very good. All right, let me share this out on TweetDeck.
For the the NSA spying platform known as Facebook, but.
Oh wow, Cole! You tweeted virtualization tour support and Q&A. Thank you for tweeting that.
Yeah.
No, I'm just getting the notifications now.
Oh.
So let's see here. Let's retweet that. Okay. We're doing a live stream about the Westboro Baptist Church and various other things. Okay, we're gonna have to edit some of this out.
Oh yeah. You have to rewrite it entirely because on Facebook there's no limit, and then you head over to Twitter and it's just however many stupid characters.
Yeah, I hate that shit.
That's why there's that website to make tweets longer.
Yeah, I got that, tweet longer, but a lot of people don't even look at that anymore.
Yeah, I know. Actually, I guess NPR played a trick on everybody on April Fools, basically saying that nobody in America, nobody reads anymore, right? They showed a picture of a book and saying, why doesn't anybody read anymore? And if they would have clicked on the article, they would have seen that it was an April Fool's joke, because it just said it was a Fool's joke for those that actually do read, and thank you, don't comment on the post. And people are saying, like, we do read, and everyone's commenting, getting pissed off.
Holy cow, man. Hey, I gotta give a shout out to Front Page Tech, because they really got me. They basically, I forgot it was April Fool's Day, first off. And then they said, I was looking at my mail inbox, and it says a video saying something about ending their company, their website, their YouTube channel. I'm like, what the heck? I'm like freaking out, like, explain yourself, what's going on? Commenting back to them. And then somebody's like, oh, great April Fool's prank. I'm like, oh, frick, man. Because, hey, I forgot about it,
Right,
I totally forgot about it.
Something that I was seeing, hang on, I gotta find it for you. Big breaking news. So, get this.
Yep.
Obama is resigning.
I wish.
No, he is. He's really resigning.
Oh yeah, late April Fool's prank, right?
No shit. He's really resigning. I got an article and all here for you. Check that out.
Okay, yeah. Let's see it. Is it in the chat?
Yeah. And so this is breaking. Obama announces resignation from presidency.
Freepatriot.org. Okay, let's see. Redirecting you to freepatriot.org. Never heard of this site. Okay, pop up first of all from Facebook. Breaking, yep, that's pretty good. Yeah, I wish AR-15 to win an AR-15. Son of a bitch.
Obama's resigned. So right here, U.S. President Barack Obama shocked the nation and the world by announcing his resignation today, effective immediately. I am through with this second term, he declared.
Yeah.
In the emergency session of Congress, Vice President Joseph Biden was sworn in as the 45th president.
Wow.
Basically, he expressed that he's a pile of crap and all that, and that's why he's resigning. You're not buying it, are you?
No.
Damn it.
I'm just like, yeah. I wish.
Too bad. It's a good April Fool's joke. I was wishing that too when I read it.
All right. I am actually tweeting right now, so give me 1 second, and then I'm done. Tweet. Hopefully it tweets. Yes, they tweet. Alrighty,
I already
good.
tweeted for you on Cole Cooper.
There we go. Okay, 1 viewer, and it is Cole. So we did have a pretty good show so far. Hopefully some more people join, because we're gonna get into the next topics, Cole. So what are the next topics, Cooper?
Oh, you just mentioned it. Where is it here? You can see my face, right?
No. Yes, I can.
I'm gonna share my screen. It might help.
Yeah.
Or no, just keep it on me because it'd be pixelated. Anyways, Mark Dice's YouTube account deleted for severely violating community
my word.
guidelines. Of course, this is later reversed, but was it censorship? And maybe not. It depends how you look at it and how extreme you want to take your theory. So, Mark Dice is well known to many for his man-on-the-street videos in which he had random people sign outrageous petitions, such as the petition for implementing a Nazi-style police state in America. Yes, people actually signed that petition. Damn idiots. Dice's YouTube channel boasted 3 million monthly views, 60 million views all time, 265,000 subscribers, and 800-some videos. Not too shabby, huh? Unfortunately, this channel no longer exists. Like I mentioned, it has since been reversed because everyone got pissed off, and of course, according to Dice, he thinks it's Orwellian censorship. Blah blah blah. Anyways, according to the video Dice uploaded to his secondary YouTube channel, his primary channel was deleted due to severe violations of the community guidelines and several copyright claims. The copyright claims probably made by trolls, and the severe violations of community guidelines not specified. Isn't that convenient? Now, Dice doesn't have a tendency to call for violence. He doesn't use hate speech. He actually doesn't even swear on his channel, unlike us.
No. Yeah, unlike us, huh?
So I don't really understand why they terminated his channel, other than maybe
I do.
These stupid trolls, and of course maybe censorship, and a lot of these touchy topics he posted on his channel, which I'm going to get into here in a minute.
That's
but like I said, no profanity, nothing. His videos in that respect was perfectly clean. You would not be offended by it unless you're offended by the truth. Then ooh.
Oh yeah. That's what it is, Cole. That's what it is.
Yeah. Hang on a second here. Hang on. Hang on 1 second. Hang on.
Yeah. Want me to get my thoughts or what? Okay. You there, Cole? Oh, boy. Hopefully he just muted his audio himself. But basically, while he is away, my thoughts on the whole Mark Dice thing is once you get really big on YouTube, once you get as big as Mark Dice got, I believe that he basically gathered the attention of some very high-powered people, and they're the ones who said, hey, we need to do something about this guy. Maybe we need to intimidate him by taking his channel down,
and
by
that's where I
reporting
disagree.
YouTube. But I'm not saying that.
Let me explain my article first.
I'm not saying that's what happened. Cole.
Yeah, I know what you were suggesting. Yeah, but I do want to finish this out first.
Yeah, go ahead.
So, like I was saying, you didn't do anything wrong. But like I was trying to mention is, he didn't shy away from controversial topics, and he actually did present them in a calm, cool, collected way.
Yes.
He didn't sound like a nut. So, like you were mentioning, I do mention this in the article. So, was someone concerned that people would actually believe what he was saying? Was the government or some shadow government concerned? Although it's possible, like you mentioned, that something like this could have occurred. I think it's a rather extreme conclusion. You have to take a look at the facts, and there's nothing that actually says, yes, this has happened. There's no proof of it.
Exactly.
Saying, right? So it's a possibility, but absolutely no proof.
Well, that's the thing. That's the thing is, how do you get proof that you're being taken down by the government? How do you get proof that it's a black flag or a black type of operation?
And
there's no proof.
Dice made various videos critical of the Illuminati, the New World Order, all that kind of stuff.
Oh yeah.
And actually, he was very critical of the entertainment industry and the music industry, which kind of go together.
And a lot of trolls.
Yeah, and he was very. He cited a lot of Illuminati type,
the
symbols in music videos and piles of trash like Miley Cyrus.
Miley Virus, as he says, Miley Virus.
Yeah. Which he's right.
Absolutely.
In terms of calling her that, so. I think what the problem may have been, and I do mention this in the article, is not that some shadow government was pissed off, but maybe the entertainment and music industry was pissed off.
Yeah.
You take a look at all the.
But that's still a corporation. That's still a big entity.
But it's not a shadow government.
No.
And you look at what's on YouTube, and there's actually a lot of music videos that are legitimately posted on there.
Yep.
And so the music industry does use it as a platform to benefit them.
Yes.
And if you have somebody that big on YouTube, basically saying that the music industry is a sham, that it's Illuminati, that
It could cause a lot of trolls going after them.
not necessarily trolls, but it's a conflict of
companies.
interest for that company. And
think about a record label. A record label that's promoting and trying to gain popularity to a singer, but yet you have Mark Dice out there saying, hey, these are trash people, these are virus, Miley virus.
Right, so the question comes, could they make more money without this moron on YouTube? Of course, he's not a moron, but of course that's how they're going to perceive him. Yep. So the question for them may come down to, could they just make more money? Would their life be easier if they didn't have someone this big, constantly
very good conclusion. I totally agree with that. You opened my thinking process up to that idea, because I didn't think of that. At the moment.
And of course, for YouTube, they're actually kind of stuck in the middle in this, because although technically they are protected by the DMCA or something like that,
yeah.
They're protected
digital
from their users.
Yeah.
But they're still hosting it, and I think what's easier, just bag him down and get in the middle of this, or should they just comply and say, yeah, okay, what Mark Dicey's done, or just say he violated severe community guidelines, which we're not actually going to cite or even mention.
No. Yeah.
We have this big long list of community guidelines. It's probably too confusing or too lengthy for anybody to bother reading.
You're ranting a bit, but that's okay. I want to jump in real quick. 1 second.
All
right. Brandon Hawkins, the owner of BrayHawkTech.com, he got one of his. Yeah, Brandon Hawkins. He got one of his videos taken down.
For what reason, though?
I have no clue. It was a video about the Galaxy S4, I believe it was, and how he does not hate it.
Right, and sometimes mistakes do happen.
But I don't want to go into how it was taken down. But they got it figured out. But the thing is YouTube is flawed in that way,
Right, but I think when it comes to something like this, could it be a mistake? Sure, but when there's just so much controversy in this guy's channel, because I really don't think Brandon has any controversial Illuminati-type videos on his channel, so I think you have to rule that right out of that.
Yeah. It was censored. Exactly. It was a mess up on YouTube.
Right. That's understandable. He's not being censored.
However, like you said, with the case of Mark Dice's channel,
you have to wonder.
Are we going to see more bigger YouTubers that are speaking out about the government and about Illuminati?
Censored before. It's happened to him. He's had videos taken down for really no reason.
Yep. Thankfully, we have not. Actually, we didn't get any videos taken down. However, we did get attacked by some people, which we're not going to get into.
And so when you get into this whole story, though, you see, people think it's a New World Order conspiracy. It's the Illuminati, I tell you.
Yeah.
They claim. And I think those theories come out of more of a want than actual fact, much kind of like what I mentioned with religion, except this time I really mean it.
Yep.
Because what's more interesting, Jason? An Illuminati conspiracy or just a music industry conspiracy?
You're asking me that, Cole?
So obviously the Illuminati sounds way more intriguing than the music industry being upset. And I think that's
let's not say the Illuminati is some fictitious.
Yeah, it's not fictitious either. It's real. But people jump to these conclusions because they want these conclusions.
Yeah, that's true. I have caught myself jumping to that as well. But
and
like I
even
said,
Mark Dice, I think this is what I have to criticize him on for how he makes his one video on this. He says it's an Illuminati conspiracy. And it isn't, I don't think.
He covers, basically when he first started off, he covered Illuminati, and this was years ago, and now he's still covering the Illuminati. He's focusing on the conspiracies that are popular, and that's what I don't.
Right.
I don't like the conspiracies that are popular because they've been did all up and down, all left and right. It's the lizard people. It's the reptilians. It's this. It's that.
Yeah, and he makes fun of some conspiracies because they're really outlandish. But I think claiming that his channel was taken down simply because the Illuminati's pissed off, I think is once again jumping to conclusions without any actual facts.
Absolutely.
It's like saying, there's like Jason, there's aliens in your backyard. I got no proof.
There is? Oh my God. Take me away from this hellhole.
You're an alien. You see, I can make these claims, but there's absolutely no proof to back them. And it's the same thing that happens with this, New World Order, Illuminati stuff. At least in this case, obviously there's a lot proving the Illuminati actually exists, and there's a lot proving the New World Order exists. I'm not disputing that. But I am disputing that this particular case of censorship, which I think it is, but more so on the part of the entertainment industry.
Entertainment industry, trolling type deal,
It's not.
Illuminati.
Like I said, it's not Illuminati.
A new word, Cole. News in general. You heard it first. Illuminatish.
There you go.
New word for it.
Mark Dice, says yes, this is Illuminati too, and I have to disagree with him on it because, like I said, the music industry is pissed off. But on that same note, if you believe that the Illuminati is part of the music industry, then it is.
That's the part. Yes, that's the part. That's the part where he touches into. Because think about it. Look at the stuff he covers. He covers stuff from the entertainment industry, saying they're part of the Illuminati. They're Illuminatish, as I coined the phrase there.
Right.
And then he says his channel got taken down because of the Illuminati. And there's a connection there. Is if it is the entertainment industry that did take his channel down, that's also a part of the Illuminati factor there.
If you believe that it's part of the Illuminati too.
What? Oh, go ahead.
Because, like I said, if you believe it's part of the Illuminati.
Yeah.
But something I do want to mention that Mark said, and I think he is right on this one, is, quote, YouTube can delete your channel for literally any reason, end quote, according to Dice, in reference to YouTube's terms of service. I think he's really right, because they really can do whatever the hell they want when it comes down to it. And
one quick shout out. Absolutely. One quick shout out to James Asoki. What's up, conspiracies, he says. What's up, conspiracies? What's up in the conspiracy world? A lot. As you know, I love my conspiracy theories. He also says, James Asoki says, I would say most, as in 95% of conspiracies, are not true. I would have to agree on that. Well, what do you agree? Do you agree, Cole?
I agree. I think just some of these conspiracies take a grain of truth, just like kind of like the Westboro Baptist Church, and spin it into this big whole thing about this and that. And that's why you have to be careful with Alex Jones sometimes too.
Oh yes.
He sometimes takes a grain of truth, and the New World Order, the world's ending. And has he made predictions on his show that are truthful?
Yes, absolutely. I have. Yep.
And so you can't discredit him.
No.
But sometimes you gotta be careful with some of the stuff he puts out.
Yeah, because he can say some pretty wild things when he gets ramped up there. As I can too sometimes, as well as a lot of other conspiracy theories.
But I have to agree with most of the stuff he says about Obama. I really like how he calls him Obama sometimes. I think that's just
yeah.
Do you got any last words in the article?
95%. I wanna address the comment here. 95% of conspiracies are not true. I would agree. The conspiracies that I do but research and have some type of belief in them being true are extraterrestrial life, like UFOs, stuff like that. Not lizard people, none of that type of conspiracy stuff. Don't want to hear about that.
I don't believe in that either, surprisingly.
Yeah, I heard. 9/11 conspiracy theories about the plane possibly being a fake plane or a dummy plane, if you will.
But I think the U.S. government has something to do with it.
Yeah.
I believe in that.
Also, I did touch into the Flight 370 conspiracy theory as well.
Which has a lot of proof to it now.
Yeah, there is a lot of proof to it now. So some of the stuff I said back then in the live show that I did may have come true.
So see, the things I was saying though, it wasn't. I remember I was saying it probably wasn't terrorists.
Yeah.
The U.S. government had something to do with it.
Yeah. So 95% of conspiracy theories are not true. I agree. Like crop circles, for instance. Crop circles, I believe, have been created by people like artists and stuff like that, or just trying to express. There has been no solid proof, in my opinion, of crop circles being actually from extraterrestrial aliens. And the reason why is I was 15 years old. Let me tell you a little story. 15 years old is when I started researching conspiracies, and I have done so ever since. And I'm 25 years old, so I have quite an experience with that. The first video I seen about crop circles being created by extraterrestrials is actually a video of a globe in England. It was like a little orb, right? And there was a video. The guy was videoing on top of the hill. Perfect place to video too. He must have had some intuition that there was going to be a big event coming, because he was a perfect spot for it. A big globe in there, in the air, floating around, little tiny light or whatever. It goes down into the ground, and all of a sudden, boom! Here comes a big old crop circle, just out of nowhere, out of thin air. Now I'm like, how the hell did he do this? After a while, he had me convinced. However, I seen the orb kind of like disappear almost, like it was like cut out, they cut it out or something. And the reason why I believe they did that is because they edited it out. I believe it was a totally fake. It was either like a little helicopter or something like that, or some type of remote control drone type deal. And they edited it out because the orb was actually coming towards the camera, and the camera guy didn't want the fake orb to be seen as it really was a remote control type device. And that's why I believe that was a fake incident of a alien orb creating a crop circle. But on other note, there have been many crop circles out there that are magnificent. I mean, freaking insanity, humongous. However, mankind can create that simply by with a board and string and a meter tape roll or whatever, measuring tape thing. What is it? I forget what it's called, survey tape or something like that, where you like survey how many distances or whatever. I forget the name of it. I'm ranting here. I apologize, Cole.
Yeah, we gotta actually move on here.
Yeah. No, okay. Let's get with the comments. So you should have stopped me.
Yeah, no, I was gonna.
I stop you when you're ranting. Comment from James again. 9/11 are ones that I am tempted to believe, and also the MH flight recently, but 9/11 is much more puzzling. I totally agree, James. Another comment from James. Thank you for tuning in again. I think not everything is as it seems, but most things are. Very good. I definitely agree with you. What do you think, Cole?
Oh, I agree.
What do you think?
Yeah, that's the
is kind of,
last words on this article here.
okay, yeah. My last words on the article?
Yeah.
Okay, apologize. Mark Dice. Yeah, what time is it? Mark Dice.
9:05.
Holy shit. Okay, apologize. Mark Dice. I don't think it was taken down from Illuminati. His video wasn't taken down from Illuminati because Cole definitely broke that story wide open and gave the real reason why, which is possibly, in my opinion, I think entertainment industry took it down or trolls. That's my final thought on that.
All right. Moving on to the next article. I think I'm going to save one of our articles because I like the really week-long one.
Yeah.
For a live stream of its own.
Yeah.
But anyways, your police arrest volunteer firemen for responding to an emergency call. The police, the ones that are supposed to protect us, yet time and time again fail to do just that. Just this week on Monday, a rather disturbing story came out of New Roads, Louisiana. A volunteer firefighter was responding to a medical call that was made around 10 p.m. that night. Surveillance video of the incident shows the firefighter arriving on scene with his emergency lights on. The fireman left his truck in the middle of the road, and seconds later, the paramedics arrived beside the fire truck and pulled off to the side of the road. Now, where the story gets rather crazy is the police arrived on scene shortly later, and after the fire and paramedics did. When the police arrived, they decided that they wanted the fire truck moved off the road, and that's when the firefighter refused to comply with the cops' demands. So what did the police do? They arrest him. That's right. They handcuff him and put him in the back of a police car because he does not move his emergency vehicle, which has his emergency lights flashing and all that.
Yeah, he's doing his job.
To a call. Okay, and one of the paramedics, I don't mention this in the article, calls this the most unprofessional thing he's ever seen. Because remember, he's responding to an emergency call. What do? Arrest him.
Arrest your fellow uniform man.
Yeah,
huh?
And of course, my question is would they have arrested the guy had the paramedics not been on scene? Because he probably could have done something too. In the case that the paramedics weren't on scene, he probably could have done something to help whatever was going on because there's a medical call, and he can do something to help, right? And
look at this call.
They kind of do. Well, what?
Look at what my blood sugar is.
Oh shit, that's not good.
That's high as hell.
You feeling okay?
I got a headache. That's why I'm testing this, because I got a headache. My blood sugar's 300 and something. So.
Oh yeah. So what do you need to do with?
What I need to do with that is get my needle out and take my insulin.
All right. So should I continue here? Or?
Yeah. Continue. I'm just gonna.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm okay. I'm just gonna shut my camera off and take my insulin.
All right, that's fine. Anyways, so like I said, the real issue with this story is like I said, they're playing God here. Because let's say the paramedics hadn't been on scene, the firemen could do something to help whoever was, in need of medical attention, right?
I'm in need of medical attention right now. You think that?
Yeah. and if you prevent somebody, an emergency personnel from doing your job, you're actually putting lives on the line. You're playing God. Does that person get to live or die because you're a complete piece of garbage that wants to arrest other emergency personnel because they parked in the middle of the street. Like, what was the problem here? Was the cop just pissed off? He had to fucking park a little further
Yeah,
away.
he was.
You made me
No, no,
walk, you son of a
no.
bitch.
Yeah, he was lazy. That's what it is. The police nowadays are lazy. Why do you think they shoot first
Yeah,
and ask?
there's probably some fat fuck that got on the cruiser. Like, the side of it's probably, leaning this way, and dragging it, on the ground. Yes, the guy's so fucking fat. And he gets out of the car, of course, it rises back up, because, the seat's probably destroyed because he's just so damn fat, he's like, you son of a bitch, you're responding to an emergency call. You move that damn thing right now. You're making me walk, you bastard. Of course, the guy says, no, I'm responding to an emergency call. I can't just, I'm not going to do that.
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to have to work then. I'm going to have to arrest your ass. Although you're responding to an
careful,
emergency call.
Be careful, Cole. You're getting touchy there now.
Yeah. Like,
all right, let me give me my shot.
Responding to an emergency call, and in the state of Louisiana, the law states the following, and of course it's so obvious that the cop broke the law, but I'm going to read off what it says. It shall be unlawful for any person intentionally hindering the progress of any regularly employed member of the fire department or any volunteer fireman. Okay? So, but here's what happens. Although it is clear as day that the cop broke the law and should be charged, he's going to walk a free man. He's actually going to return to his job.
Fuck that.
Actually, he's not even going to be punished. So,
that's
get this.
Unbelievable, man.
The matter has been resolved, apparently. But
really?
wanted to tell the reporters what the hell resolved, covers. It's been resolved, but we're not going to tell you how he resolved it. But he's back on the job.
So that sucks. They didn't tell you, give it the information.
Police chief here, Kevin McDonald, told WBRZ2 that the officer involved will not be disciplined. So does that mean resolving the situation is just not disciplining the guy? Like, you did a good job arresting another.
Hey, Cole, he has a badge on there. There's no need for explanation. He's got a badge.
Gun and a magical suit. You're above the law.
He's Flash Gordon, man.
Exactly. Here's the real sad part. I bet himself and every one of his colleagues has parked illegally at some point, parked, wherever they're not supposed to, in the middle of the road, in a crosswalk.
I think you mentioned that at one point.
Yeah, I mentioned that in the article. Yeah. So basically what he should be doing is he should be arresting himself, and he should arrest every single one of his colleagues for breaking the law. Although, of course, you're allowed to kind of park illegally when you're responding to an emergency. But, no. Because, see, the fireman arrived sooner than the cop, and maybe the cop just wanted to park in the middle of the road there where the fireman was. I bet you that's what he would have done too. He probably would have pulled up right where the fire truck was, and I'm going to park here, walk the entire road, because it's police on the side of my car.
All right, guys, apologize for that. I had to give my shot of insulin there.
But this story just pisses me off. Like, you arrest a emergency personnel. You don't even deserve to be a cop if you think you need to do that.
And then to get away with it, no explanation as to why this happened.
If he wasn't responding to an emergency, then okay, maybe fine.
Yeah.
But even then, arresting him kind of seems a little overboard when he's kind of employed as a fireman, or at least a volunteer fireman. Yeah. And really, what training do these guys get? And of course, the next story we're going to be covering shows just how terribly trained these people are. Like, one picture I posted on the News and General Facebook pages, I liked it.
I like that one.
Here, let me read it off to you. I'm going to pull it up here. Of course, no one can see it, but it's basically referring to the wonderful recruitment process. Heck, if you're too smart, you can't be a damn cop. They just hand out a test, and if you score too high, you can't be a cop. I don't know if you heard about that, Jason, but really, you can't.
Oh yeah.
So here it is. So I'm going to read this off. So, quote, "Well, gentlemen, it says here that after your 8 weeks of training at the academy, that you failed all exams, are arrogant, aggressive, and egotistical, scored below average on the IQ test, are in piss-poor physical condition, are completely clueless of 95% of the laws you will be enforcing. You're both hired."
Wow. Yep, you're hired, bud.
Yeah,
really, you don't hold up the Second Amendment. You don't hold up the Constitution. You're hired, bud.
Yeah. What are those laws? Who gives a damn about those? I'm police. I'm above you. And some people get offended when you say that, but it's the truth. Yep. And
that's a hard truth.
Going through this cop's mind in this situation, I see a fireman there doing his job, responding to an emergency call. His lights are flashing and all. It's dead obvious he's responding to an emergency call. I need to arrest him. What rational person thinks that way?
I wonder what his test scores were.
Oh yeah. 50 on the IQ. But anyways, and
I like the one, the European cruiser, American cruiser. That was
yeah,
good.
yeah, yeah,
Got a kick out of that one.
yeah. The police
see
state.
a problem here?
Yeah.
Oh wow,
And
I kind of would like that.
yeah, yeah. And so, anyways, you got anything to say on this one?
That police officer that arrested or tried to arrest the firefighter needs to be dealt with accordingly. Meaning his ass needs to be fired. His ass
Yeah,
needs to be
yeah.
done.
And fired in a way that he can't just
Can't,
become a cop at some other police.
or no, some other type, like even a firefighter or involved
Oh,
with
yeah, yeah.
security
I
or
like,
anything
I
like
like
that.
how like cop block there they call them police outfits and stuff.
Oh yeah, Cop Block is amazing. I love that cop.
Yeah,
Block.
copblock.org, I believe.
Yeah,
Head over
go
there.
check them out.
Great. So you got any final words?
Final words. We're definitely going to have a lot more on our next live show. Because I do apologize, but basically today I had 2 live shows to do, this one and another one, and they're both back to back, so I kind of had to scramble and wasn't able to get everything together, the articles together to read and whatnot. So apologize for that. The next live show will be a lot more in tune because we're definitely going to be tackling Cole's
We're
wonderful
not ending the
article.
live show, you said. It's only 7:15.
Oh, it is?
Yeah. No, it's not over. I have final words in that story.
Crap! I thought you meant final words. I'm like, oh
No,
god.
no.
Okay, thank you for telling me that, because I would have tried to end it.
Yeah. Okay. So, anyways, let's move into the next topic before you.
Cool. I would have ended it, and you would have kept going on like it was live.
Yeah. So, cops who shot at innocent women 103 times will get additional training because they don't deserve to be fired at all.
That really.
Yeah. Last year during the manhunt for Christopher Dorner, 8 LAPD officers, there's a reason I make fun of these, retards, because they think they're just so great, and everyone else seems to think they're great too. But the LAPD, you think of them, and what do you think of? Lousy cops.
Lousy.
Except for a few in the LA region, like that one cop we covered.
Oh yeah,
Yeah. Took protecting and serving a little too far when they mistook 2 women. Margie Carranza, something like that, and her 71-year-old mother for Dorner. Okay, first of all, they're women. They're not even the right gender. The women were driving a blue Toyota Tacoma and were delivering newspapers at the time. And the police thought that keep this in mind. Now, this is a really important detail, that the blue Toyota Tacoma was in fact the gray Nissan Titan Dorner was driving, and opened fire on the 2 women after they thought the sound of newspapers hitting the ground was a gunshot. They ended up firing 103 times, thankfully missing 101 times.
Oh, bullshit!
Like, they're shitty shots to begin with. And sadly, though, 2 of the shots got the 71-year-old mother in the back, and the other woman wasn't even hit. She was only hit by broken glass. So it just shows how shitty these cops are at shooting. Yeah. And so here's a fact to keep in mind. The truck was the wrong color, the wrong make, and the wrong model. So what does that mean? Shoot at them, apparently. During this ordeal, the police believed they had Dorner, somehow overlooking the fact that the truck they were busy shooting at was, like I said, the wrong color. And, of course, wrong everything else. Now, you still there, Jason?
Yeah, I'm still here. I'm just looking at it, looking at the article here.
A commission found that the 8 officers involved in this incident had, this is a typo I need to fix, had violated department policy. They would have faced suspension or even the prospect of losing their jobs had the chief stayed out of things. But instead of taking the appropriate actions of either firing these officers or, seriously punishing them, the chief decided that instead of that, they ought to just simply get some additional training and return to the job. So what's the additional training going to be? How to shoot better? Because they're obviously really shitty at shooting. They have to miss 101 out of 103 times.
Hey, Cole, 1 second. Is my video on?
Let's find out. No, it's not.
Hang on 1 second. Is it on now?
It was. Oh, wait, no. No, it's still not on.
What are you seeing what are you seeing? Because I have my video on.
Now leave it on. Is it on?
Yeah.
Hey, I think it just changed. Yeah, it sometimes takes a minute to update. Is
it black or what color is it?
It's gray now. It's just
all I'm seeing is black.
Yeah, it's black. Leave it for now. It might come on later. Let's see when I'm done with this article. See what it does. Sometimes it takes a minute for some reason.
Apologize for butting in there. I just have I don't know. Every now and then I'll have problems with my webcam.
Oh yeah. So anyways, like I said, the 8 officers really should have been fired, but they returned to their jobs because, think about that, Jason. Think about the injustice there. They get to shoot at 2 innocent women on 103 times, and then they don't get fired.
Yeah, but they didn't hit her 103 times though.
No, no, but they only put
I mean, that'd be one hell of a
150 in that
shot to hit
truck.
him.
They only mistaked the wrong truck, the
Yeah.
wrong color, the wrong make, the wrong model. In the middle of the day, how the hell do you mistake a bright blue for gray? Tell me that, Jason. Like, do you look at blue and like a blue truck and like, yeah, that's a gray Nissan Titan. Although, in fact, you're looking at a blue Toyota Tacoma. Like, oh, geez, these cops must be fucking brain dead or something. But I kind of break it down, and I think I know why these cops made such an incredible mistake. I think they were just more or less pissed off at the fact that one of their own had been killed, actually, because I guess the owner killed one of their own officers. And honestly, I think the only reason they used this much force and made such a big mistake is simply because they were just pissed off and wanted to get back at this guy.
That's the thing. It was personal. It was personal. They don't care. They don't care who's in the way.
Right.
As long as they get the bad guy.
It clouded their judgment, it interfered with their job, and it put the public in danger, in the way of danger. Which means these cops really shouldn't be cops.
Nope.
Because if they're
they should be test in these testings. They should be test to have these type of scenarios played out where a fellow friend dies or something like that, gets killed, and they got to go do their job. How are they going to perform when they're chasing down the suspect?
Yeah, as a cop, you can't, have this stuff cloud your judgment.
No.
So, of course, now at least these two women got a $4.2 million settlement together, and both will get $2.1 million. Although I'm sure taxes will take away a whole bunch of that.
Oh yeah. Fuck that.
But here's the next part that's really sad. Another cop made the same mistake elsewhere. So another cop, he's seen what was it here? What did he see? He's seen a black Honda Ridgeline. At least it was closer to gray, but black. Yeah. So first of all, wrong color, wrong make, wrong model. In the middle of the day, so what's he do? He rams his cruiser into the wrong truck and then shoots at him 3 times. At least he, shot at him 100 times less than the other set of cops. So that I have to, at least give him praise for. He didn't shoot 100 more times. But
how many clips he went through?
Yeah, and so the driver in this case wasn't hit, but did suffer head and back injuries.
Yeah.
And he got $20,000 to replace his truck, after the cruiser.
What about pain and suffering and hospitalization and all that?
And so here's the problem here. Actually this makes it 9 cops now. 2 incidents, same mistake, no punishment. Like really, what the hell is wrong here? Like, these cops need to be fired. If it really is the anger that clouded their judgment, they don't need to be cops. They should not be cops. And even if they didn't cloud their judgment, they made a fucking mistake like this and they're not fired. You shoot it too. It's 2 innocent women delivering fucking newspapers. They're not shooting at you.
Yeah, they're not throwing IEDs out the window.
Just fire 103 bullets at them because they're just so fucking deadly.
Cole, they're not throwing grenades out the window. They're throwing newspapers.
Exactly, but they're deadly. Like, I heard the newspaper. Like, what the fuck's wrong with these people? You think newspapers are guns?
It sounded like what did they say? It sounded like
gunshot.
Yeah, a newspaper. Okay, guy. What the fuck? What's in that newspaper? What is it made out of?
They need 8 cops to shoot at them 103 times, and they're not even trained properly, for fuck's sakes.
No,
they miss 101 times? You're going to shoot somebody 103 times, and at least try to hit them 101
exactly.
times.
I wonder how they felt. Like, what did they probably, like, their mind was racing. What did we do wrong? What are we doing? Getting shot at.
At least, actually, they probably didn't even notice. Like, at least half of the time, like 50 of the, like, it's great that they didn't get hit.
Yeah, absolutely.
Thankfully, these cops were absolutely shitty shots. But what if it really was Dorner? They'd be shooting. The guy wouldn't be hurt. What if
there was pedestrians on the sidewalk and on around the vehicle and stuff?
Yeah, bullets going everywhere. I'd like to know how many bullet holes were in the cars around, and yeah, that's a good question actually.
Yeah.
But like, what the hell is wrong with these cops? So I'm gonna let you finish this article off before I move into our last one.
So my final thoughts on this article.
And anything I missed or.
You cover a lot, Cole. That's the thing with you. it's like I have stuff built up in my head to talk about, or you mentioned something that I want to mention, but
I'm gonna do the next one slightly different. You'll see.
Final thoughts on this article is there needs to be better education and better training for these cops to go through the training and stuff to become a police officer. Not only just with police officers though, security guards, firefighters. The whole 9 yards.
Do you think there needs to be mental illness,
Yeah, background checks, mental illness
Yeah, they need
checks,
all that, you know.
emotional
And
problems.
should there be more than just simply a high school diploma as a requirement?
Criminal
That's
justice,
that's all
justice.
you need to be a cop
Yeah,
is
yeah. I think it
graduate
should
high
be
school.
maybe some not military hand-to-hand combat like train not just like the typical police training hand-to-hand combat. I'm talking about like a keto, maybe takedown defense or takedown offense. So instead of taking your nightstick out or your gun, you're able to actually just take the person down with very little harm,
But
but
now you
you're
have
able
time
to
right now. Yeah, it's
yeah,
yeah.
able to subdue them with only your hands. Because
Right.
there's a lot of things you could do with your hands,
Yeah.
Instead of getting out your gun and shoot first and ask questions later, why not put them in a chokehold, make them pass out? Maybe
Actually train them in the law.
yeah, actually do that as well. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Like seriously, tell half these cops what the law is, and like, no, no, no. You know, I'm the law. You know,
Oh man.
like that is their that's their mentality. That they are the law. That they are. You are to bow down to them, even if they're wrong. Even if they're acting way out of line. They're superior to you,
Yep. That's the
which
thing.
of course is wrong. And you see this absolute disregard for the general public in police everywhere, even here in Canada. Everyone here seems to be like, oh, the police, that's just an American problem. Yeah, okay,
Yeah.
sure it
Right.
is.
Yeah. It's
Of
globally,
course it is.
people. It's everywhere. It's not just in the U.S.
Like things got so bad here in Edmonton that like I thought this was rather funny considering all the stuff the U.S. does. But the U.S. State Department used our police department as an example of human rights abuses after they beat the snot out of somebody on the side of the road. And if you're a dentist, heading wherever on the highway, you get pulled over. The wonderful, I don't remember, it was RCMP or a sheriff or something. They
Yep.
beat the shit out of you on the side of the highway, slam your head into the pavement type thing. You know,
Wow.
like in Canada, and of course there was that shooting in Toronto a while back that they
Yeah.
could have handled a lot differently. And it's a big problem that isn't just centralized in one place. Everyone seems to have this mentality that it can't happen here, no matter where the hell they live. It's the same mentality. It
It's
can't happen here. Ooh, did we lose you? You there? You muted. I can't hear a thing. That's not good. Say something. Hang on a second. There. Say something now. I think your mic input changed or something. I can hear the sounds of me muting you. Yeah, I hear you. No, I don't hear you, but yeah, I guess I hear some static. That's about it. Make sure my sound's working. Yeah, it's working.
hello, hello,
There
hello,
we go.
hello.
There we go. There we go.
Oh, I see what happened.
Oh God. I gotta turn it down now. Okay, there we go.
Can you hear me now?
Oh yeah, he's coming loud and clear.
Okay.
So anyway, where was I? Anyways, I think we were talking about something then.
There. Wait. Oh, okay. Yeah. What were we talking about?
I don't remember now. You want to head into one more topic or end it off here?
James Asoki says, "What's up?" Oh wait, that's the old one. Wait, what? Whoa, this is cool.
You didn't know you could do that?
No,
We've done it before.
that's cool. He
Yeah,
says,
we've done that before. So you want to move into one more? Topic, or
yeah,
you
yeah.
wanna
Let's
end
go
it
ahead and
off?
move into one more.
All right. So I'm
Just
gonna
gotta
pull up.
start. No, my blood. See what happens when my blood sugar is I
Yeah,
start
yeah.
getting a headache. When my blood sugar gets high, I start getting a headache.
Oh yeah.
So I got a headache right now.
Not too bad, is it?
No, it's just one of them headaches where if you go like this, it feels good.
Oh, okay.
So if I do that, don't think I'm getting, tired or whatever.
Yeah, yeah,
I
no.
just gotta
Like if you start doing this, You then wonder, but
Yeah, then you better call 911. You know.
yeah. Um. Oh yeah, we were talking about the police here in Canada and how everyone thinks that
Oh yeah, yeah.
police everywhere and how
Police
people have the
everywhere. Yeah,
mentality
yeah.
that it only happens
Oh,
elsewhere,
yeah.
and
No,
that's
it's
a
everywhere.
scary mentality to have. And I think this one is just ingrained in us is kind of
That's the problem we have in the U.S., Cole. That is the problem we
yeah.
have here in the
It's
U.S.
the
It's
problem, like I said, is everywhere. Is
yeah,
everyone has the belief that it's everywhere but there,
yeah. It's everywhere.
and
Yeah.
and it's a sad mentality. Like, even if you come up with examples, they're made up. How dare you come up with those examples? And the police, in Edmonton and all that, it's just different. They're not very good. They're
Absolutely.
trying to improve their act, and it's
Yeah,
not
yeah,
working that well.
yeah.
Um, same thing here in Canada. Your rights don't exist. But we should probably move on to the next topic that moves away from police.
Oh, okay. You
Yeah,
said
most of them we've had
you're
covered.
gonna present this differently, huh?
Yes, I'm gonna see if I can do more questions with you or something. Have you interact differently.
Okay, yeah, yeah.
So
Like I said,
teachers.
apologize for not reading them. I wasn't able to.
Yeah, I think you should have an opinion on this one. So,
Okay, yeah.
teacher suspended after video surfaces of her threatening student. So obviously, teachers are supposed to be the ones that help you when you're being bullied, and blah blah blah.
Of
They're
course.
supposed to be the helpful ones in schools. But unfortunately, some students in Connecticut, Waterbury, Connecticut, found out that that's actually not the case. And at least in their case, the teacher was the one bullying the students. Teacher in the 8th grade at Duggan Elementary School was the subject of threats made by his teacher, Mary Lou Adana. Adana is heard on the video saying she was going to punch him right in the face and break that glass in his
Oh,
eye.
fuck that, boys and girls.
Thankfully, another student in the class who wasn't subject of Adana's abuse was able to record the entire incident on his iPod. The recording is now being used as part of the investigation into Adana, who is currently on leave. She was unaware at the time that a student was creating an objective record of the incident at the time, which is probably a good thing because there's no telling how she may have reacted to the student had she known.
Yeah, true.
Smashed iPod. The video is also said to have captured another interaction. This is worded in the same way a police encounter would be, too. The video is said to have captured another interaction with a different student.
Oh, interaction is it, huh?
Yeah. That's what we call police interactions. But instead of threatening to punch that student in the face, she opted to make fun of his name.
What?
So Adana's heard saying, quote, "I heard you had an attitude today, too. Is that true? What's your name anyway?" End quote. The fact that she didn't even know that her own student's name kind of speaks to what kind of teacher she is.
Fired. You're fired right now.
Yeah. So the student responds with, his name is Blake. So Adana once again, quote, "Blake, what kind of name is Blake? Irish, Italian, French? What are you? White? You think you're cool with that name, Blake?
Oh my God."
End quote. Now, I don't know what the hell this teacher's problem was, why she decided she wanted to threaten somebody and threaten to punch them in the face, or why she wanted to make fun of the student's name. And like I said, it really speaks to what kind of teacher she is, not only because of threats, but she doesn't even know her own student's name. And here's the even more remarkable fact. She's been at the job for 17 years.
Holy hell.
So you think she'd know better than this by now.
I figured this was like a volunteer freaking...
No. She's probably been doing this her entire career, probably.
Oh, my God.
But the story gets even worse. The mother of the student who recorded the entire incident claims that school staff are now retaliating against her son. She says she is documenting it, and if it doesn't stop, she'll report it. Now, if the school staff are really retaliating against the student, there's bigger problems at this damn school than just one teacher.
Absolutely.
And it's actually a really nice-looking school. I don't know if you've seen the picture of it, but it's actually a really nice building. But I think it's about it about this school.
Or like a brick type building?
Yeah, it's like a brick
Yeah,
building. Yeah, it's a nice school, architecturally, not teacher-wise.
Not teacher-wise. Hell no.
Yeah. So, what do you think of this? What do you think should happen to the teacher now that she's been suspended in this video of it? What do you think would be appropriate action? Hopefully,
her teaching permit or license or whatever they have taken away for life. Never being able to teach anywhere. Not even at the YMCA for all places. I mean, come on now. What did she get? Her husband divorce her, or find out that her husband's cheating on her or something? What type of person or what type of teacher should be allowed to do this or talk this way or threaten this child? And then to go further on and then make fun of his name. I mean, I think she developed a child personality or something, because what type of adult would do that? Especially a teacher at that, Cole.
Yeah, and in the article I say it could have been personal problems that got to her.
Yeah.
She could have been at the job too long and just became a child.
That's what it is.
Well, Or or the
Oh man.
students really could have just been really nasty with her too. That's
Yeah.
also a possibility that maybe the students pushed her over the
Push her over
edge.
the edge.
Of
That's very
course,
possible.
hey, we don't know at this point, but it could happen.
Yeah.
Teachers are
However,
human.
however, however, the teacher, being an adult and being a teacher for that long, should know how to calm herself, or brush it off, or basically get over it. I mean,
Right.
you got the principal's office, you got the what do they call it nowadays? The cop that's there. That's
Oh yeah, the school resource
yeah,
officer.
resource officer.
To
That's what it is.
you got the police state in the school now.
Yeah, yeah. Give him, tell him to go see them or whatever. Call him down, because
Well, yeah,
for a teacher to go on and threaten to physically harm a student, and then also to go and make
that's the
fun of the name,
cop's job.
yeah. Well, no, it's not. But there's
It
something.
is. In this world, it is.
Cole, where I'm getting, I know it is, but
I know where you're getting. I know where you're
where
getting.
I'm getting at is the teacher should not have gone all that
No,
length
no.
of
And I
doing that.
go into this article and say she's way out of line.
Yeah, she should have
Um,
called in somebody else to,
right.
either go to detention, or get out, or
Drugs? I
Yeah.
didn't think of that when I read the article, but maybe.
No, that's interesting. Yeah. But like I said, I'm definitely gonna have to read these articles after the
Of
show.
course, being teaching for 17 years, the way they taught 17 years ago would have been slightly different.
Yep.
Maybe the way they disciplined 17 years ago was different. Actually, heck, you were
Yep.
in school 17 years ago, weren't you?
Oh, yeah.
No. Well, you would have been just starting though, wouldn't you? You're 25 or
25.
something.
Yeah.
So yeah, you'd be rather. Yeah, you might be a little young, but you'd be in school. So, do you remember teachers threatening you at that time?
No.
No. So I guess
Never.
they didn't do that. Like maybe back in the 70s.
Maybe threaten me to I'll go to detention, or I'll send you to detention if you do this, or if you go here, or if you don't come to the class, or I'm gonna call them, blah blah blah.
Yeah, the teachers still do that. That's nothing new.
Yeah, that type of threaten. But
Yeah, that's fine.
I'm gonna punch you in the face if you don't do this or you do that.
Yeah, and I understand disciplining the students. Like as a teacher, I think you need to do that.
But
I don't think threatening to punch your students in the face is how you.
Not physically.
No, it doesn't work.
Yeah.
In this case, I really hope it puts her out of a job. Even though she didn't go ahead and do it, she made the threat, and of course she went overboard in that sense too. She made fun of a student's name, which you could probably have a problem on the kid's self-esteem. And personally, I don't see anything wrong with the name Blake. I think it's actually
that's a
normal
good
name.
Normal name.
So I don't know what the hell the teacher's problem is. But
yeah, she was on some alcohols, or she was on some popping pills, or or she was had some type of
some beer.
yeah.
And drugs, like I said, possibility, or maybe she's just been doing this for the entire 17 years and nobody noticed.
That's a possible.
Like if you did, maybe the students just never had the guts to say anything.
That is a possibility. Maybe
Although I think when I was.
But you said there was also a recording of it too, as well.
There's a recording, right? But think about it, 17 years ago, not everyone was carrying iPhones and iPods and stuff, and even 10 years ago and 5 years ago wasn't that common. Of course, starting to get more common 5 years ago, but
that would be interesting to see, to be able to compare. Like, maybe I should get my dad in here or something. I wake him up. Hey, Dad, what was school like back then? Did you ever get?
Obviously back then, we would have belts and stuff, and.
Oh yeah, no. I think
they would have been hitting the students, though.
I think it was rulers. They held.
Up here they used belts and all, belts, rulers. So, they had a number of different tools that they'd hit you with.
Yeah.
And I guess here in Edmonton, they finally stopped doing it in 1985.
I can't see how they'll ever be allowed to do that.
But no, I went into the 80s here, and finally 1985. Okay, no more belts.
Good, thank God.
And personally, if I would have been in that situation, I would have just told the teacher to go fuck herself. Even in the the 8th grade, and especially now, fuck you. You want to deal with this? Let's go down to see the fucking principal.
Yeah, exactly. Okay. Call my dad here. Give him the ruler.
Because you're the teacher, sure, I have to respect you and all that, but to a certain extent.
Exactly.
If you're not going to respect the students,
you lay a hand on me, I lay a hand on you. That's how it goes.
Exactly. And I think the problem here is, the students may have respected her, but I don't think the teacher bothered respecting any of her students. She didn't even know the student's damn name.
No, it's the same. Yeah, exactly. That's what got me there too. Maybe she was on something. Maybe
And most teachers, at least in my experience, no matter how big the school is, can usually retain the student's name after a few months.
Yeah, a few months. Well, hell, for me, a few weeks, maybe.
Yeah, but especially after a few months. Like, yeah, even after a few weeks, they usually know your name. They got your name
Yep.
down. Sometimes they make the odd mistake,
Yep.
what's your name again?
Hey, Jacob. I mean Jason.
Yeah. you know, and so it can happen, but
Yep.
I think while you're making fun of the student's name, I'm sorry, this teacher's a little out of line, and
Oh
you're
yeah.
very right. This teacher went, way too far. Obviously, at least she didn't hit the kid. But I'd like to know what's in the student's past. And like I said, sadly, like I mentioned with the school resource officers, here I haven't heard anything. But in Texas, they put you in chokeholds
Oh,
until
fuck
you pass
that.
out
Yeah. I heard
for
about
throwing
that.
milk. So
I heard about that.
yeah, and so it does happen that they do go out of control, just like your regular cop in the street.
No, I've seen it. I've seen it in middle school I was in.
Mm-hmm.
In the cafeteria. You know how they call for honor roll students and stuff?
Uh-huh.
I was called for honor roll, and I went to the cafeteria with all the other honor roll students, and one of my friends named Brad, I'm not going to mention his last name, basically, I believe he cussed or he said something, and the school resource officer picked his butt up and grabbed him by the throat and slammed him into the brick wall in the cafeteria.
Holy shit.
And said, he's like, you know what I'm capable of, and he was screaming it out loud, and even the teachers, the principal, the assistant principal was like all freaked out about it, and they didn't even approach it. The resource officer, nobody said anything. Even some of the parents that were there, they were like freaked out about it, like holy cow,
And if like obviously, of course, when you were back in school, they didn't have phones, at least the way they do now.
Yeah,
So,
we didn't have cam.
So you don't have the ability to record it, so obviously you can't fault anyone for not doing it because they just couldn't. And see, if I would have been in that situation today, obviously there's that time gap because, like I said, the way things you could react to those back then. Not everyone was carrying around a videotape and recording.
Exactly. If I was able to, I would have back then. If I would have known that I was able to put this out on the internet for other people to see eventually, I would definitely have recorded everything back
so
then.
Today, what I would do if I ever seen that, at least if it ever happened to me, I'd record it. I definitely make an objective record of it. I might use Ustream, get it out there because the cops are smashing phones and stuff.
Oh well, not only that, but it could get taken down.
Right, you're right. But at least as long as it's on Ustream, the cop can go on the phone, delete it, right? If before you give the cop the phone, delete the Ustream app. Okay, here you go.
There you go,
officer.
Yeah. Well, set up a password. He won't be able to log in.
Or that too, yeah. It'll just smash the phone anyways.
Yeah.
But you do that. You start citing rights. This guy has rights. You show him that he's out of line.
Yep.
Make sure you're vocal about it. You do the stuff you've seen those cop block videos. Sure, the cop might get pissed off and arrest you for whatever made up charge.
Yep.
But you will get on it. You probably will help.
Stop resisting arrest.
And the cop, will probably get some sort of punishment. At least I'd hope for being a school resource officer.
Yeah, especially
and hopefully not just a paid vacation.
Oh, fuck that. I mean, that's one thing. That's one thing I'm totally against. A cop goes and accidentally kills somebody, or not accidentally, but shoots shoots all over the place, or does something that he shouldn't be doing. Yeah, he gets a 90-day leave or 90-day paid leave or whatever. How can you do that?
Or you sue the police department.
It's like he can please sit back at home laughing, like, oh yeah, man, I get 90-day vacation. I'm just like, you son of a bitch,
Exactly. Like, he's not learning anything.
No.
In fact, it's probably incentive to go kill someone else.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. He's learning that he could get away with it all and be able to get paid and get leave and sit at home, watch football games, get fucking even fatter, as most cops do nowadays.
No, yeah. Like, here the cops generally seem to be in good shape, but I've seen with a lot of these U.S. cops, fuck, are they ever fat?
Oh yeah, hey, we got a coffee place that's filled with cops all the time here in Maine.
Oh, yeah.
All the time. You go down Lewiston and Auburn, every time there's either 2-3 cops in the Dunkin' Donuts there.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
You gotta wonder about the place, but
And then you know what they do, Cole? They go and go on break or go whatever. Go and all get huddled up in their little gang, as I like to call them.
Yeah.
And they just go out there with a little radar gun, even on lunch break, and just sit there scanning and making sure nobody's speeding, eating their donuts, drinking their coffee,
Wow.
getting unhealthy, not burning calories and stuff, just packing it in. Because most of the time, most of these cops are sitting in their patrol cars, patrolling neighborhoods and going speed traps and stuff.
Yeah. Like if they want to, like coffee actually isn't that bad for you. It's generally all the stuff you dump into it after.
Dump into it, exactly.
That's bad for you.
Oh,
Black
yeah,
coffee actually has a lot of good
free
health benefits.
sugars and a freaking pound of this and a carton of that and.
Yeah, 1% coffee. The rest of it, I
Yeah.
don't give a damn what it is.
That's the thing with me now is I'm healthy. I'm getting healthy is because my diabetes. My diabetes is making me drink no fat milk or whatever it's called.
Oh yeah, and lots of these drinks can really, tea can be extremely good for you. So can
Oh
coffee.
yeah.
But then people dump all this trash into
Yeah.
it. Like, it's
Yep.
healthy, but just gonna make me fat because you just
The,
dump
the only
trash.
thing I put in my coffee. Now I don't know why we're on this subject, but the only thing I put in my coffee is 2 packs of Splenda and milk, and that's it.
Oh, nothing for me. I just good enough.
Black, no sugars or nothing.
I can pull it off. Every now and then when I do, it works fine.
I get too much energy when I do that, dude. I get staying up all night and won't be able to sleep, so
Indeed.
it's unhealthy for me to do that.
Yeah, and of course, tea's got caffeine in it too. It doesn't
Well,
bother me for
I
some
drink
reason.
decaffeinated tea. I drink Earl Grey Twinings, Earl Grey decaffeinated, which is awesome.
I drink regular tea. It doesn't do a thing to me. I don't even, if, you don't feel energized, nothing.
Really? Wow. It does do something for the immune system, though. I know that.
Oh yeah, there's a lot for the immune system. Some drinks,
Exactly.
apparently coffee has some benefits for type 2 diabetes, not in
Yep,
your
yep,
case because you got type 1, but
Yep.
Other teas can benefit other teas, herbal teas can actually lower blood sugar.
Blood sugars. Yep, I heard
I'm
that.
sure you've done the research at this
Oh,
point.
Cole, I've got so much stuff packed in this little egg.
Yeah, I did a little bit of research into it. You got some interest because now I know someone else is going through.
Cannabidol lowers blood sugar, which is an active ingredient in, what do you think, Cole? Cannabis.
Ah, of course, it's banned.
Yep, it's banned, but it lowers your blood sugar. Type 1 diabetes is one of the main killers.
Isn't that funny how just about everything that has any real benefits is banned?
Is banned.
Yeah.
You know why? Is because they can't manipulate it like they can with pills. They can put all types of chemicals that make you sicker in pills, but they can't really manipulate a plant as easy as they could with a pill.
And maybe that's why they don't ban coffee and tea, because everyone dumps garbage in it anyway. So.
Oh yeah, of course. But however, coffee has caffeine in it.
Yeah, there you go. If you drink too much of it, it's a problem.
Caffeine is a drug. Caffeine is a drug. People don't know that. They just think.
And it can have benefits actually to you.
Oh yeah. Coffee can have benefits for asthma, which I've learned because I actually was at my apartment up in Livermore and I was having an asthma attack, and I called my cousin because she has experience with that, and I was like, I don't know what to do, blah 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 blah. She's like, do you got coffee? I'm like, yeah, and she's like, drink a black cup of coffee, no sugar, no nothing, and I did. And that's when I realized that shit keeps me up all night if I do that with no sugar and no milk.
Well, actually, there's some coffees that have half the caffeine in it, and there's other ones that seems to be just Maxwell House. It seems to be just their thing specifically.
Well, I drink, the only coffees I drink is Maxwell House and Folgers.
Oh yeah. And so it was interesting, but I think you got a point there. But I think mainly
the best part of waking up is Folgers in your cup.
There you go. And it's interesting how we get into this topic, but you look at tea, and it's a lot of it can be extremely healthy. Apparently, it can have benefits for allergies.
I got two.
Go ahead.
I got 20 packs of Earl Grey Twinings tea, which is decaffeinated and very good for you.
Oh yeah.
If you know what Earl Grey tea is.
Yeah, I've tried a little bit of it. It's not that bad. And the funny thing is though, I guess green tea can help with allergies, and so far it seems to be working because I have seasonal allergies. Usually about this time of year I'm finished.
Yep.
Hasn't happened yet. So.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. I'm gonna have to look into green. I used to drink green tea back when I was doing karate when I was fit, before my diagnoses with all my diseases. But whenever I'd feel great when I drink green tea. I also drank chamomile tea back then as well.
Yeah, apparently that can help with blood sugar too.
Yeah, well, I'm gonna get back into the herbal teas instead of just Earl Grey tea. Because frankly, I love tea more than coffee. I drink tea more than coffee. I really seldom drink coffee. I drank some today because I had to stay up and I had to be awake and I didn't get much sleep last night. And so I drank.
They both have their benefits.
Yep.
Yeah, they both have the antioxidants in them that help you.
Yep.
So it's good for you. Think about it, you're drinking that instead of a Coke and all that.
Can't have no sodas, nothing.
Yeah,
So
and if you're gonna drink Coke, that's fine, but just make sure it doesn't say diet on it.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing I'd have to drink is diet.
Yeah. So for you, you'd have to, but it's not actually good for you to do the research in aspartame, which of course I know you know about.
Yep. Oh yeah, aspartame, boys. Infowars.com. It's not there today. 1776 will rise again.
So you want to wrap this thing up, or you want to head into one more article? It's up to you.
Actually, I'd love to wrap it up.
Okay, that's it. We're over.
But no. Wait. we're definitely going to be doing another live stream for news in general, where I'm going to read the articles because I'm not going to have 2 live shows in one day. So I'm definitely going to read the fantastic articles that we still have up because we did not cover all the articles on the website. Where you can find the articles is newsingeneral.com. News that is not bound by corporate interests.
And I think that's it.
Yep, that's it. Thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you guys next time.
Check us out on Facebook, too, if anyone's watching.
Yes, Facebook.
Facebook.com/newsingeneral and Twitter.com/newsingeneral, right?
Well, yes, that's it. What do they say, Cole? What does InfoWars say? Continue the conversation over on Facebook.com/newsingeneral.
There we go.
All right.
That's it for us. Since in the world now. 30 years ago, it would have been okay, and they'd be beating up the gays.
Yeah.
But things have turned, whether you agree with it or not.
I do want to point out the fact that in the Bible, it does not say, hey, go ahead and be gay. Go ahead and be a lesbian, It does not say that. It also does not, we're not created to reproduce with another man. We're created to reproduce with another woman. So is it wrong? I don't know. To me, it's their own thing.
Well, it comes down to individual freedoms.
Yeah, exactly. If they want to be gay, be gay. If they want to be lesbian, be lesbian. Okay. That's not I don't care. Do whatever you want.
Yeah.
It's on you. It's on you. If the world or the Armageddon happens and Judge comes to judge you or whatever, it's on you. It's your own opinion. It's your freedom to love who you want, to have sex with whoever.
But if you believe in the Westboro Baptist Church, God,
it's not okay to be anything. You've got to just be, brainwashed, and you've got to believe in them.
No matter who you are, yeah. God hates me.
Yeah, no. If you don't believe in them, then you're just utterly scumbag, pieces of crap. You're going to go to hell. You're going to die. This and that. Blah blah blah.
And the funny thing is,
even if you're a 5-year-old child and you say,
actually, according to one of them, if you're a stillborn that is born, you're basically dead, but you're still there. You're going to hell. If you're a 5-year-old that dies, you're going to hell.
Wow, there's these people guys. If you ever have a chance to meet these people, if they're in your protesting anywhere locally where you live, stay far away from them. If you happen to drive by them, I just recommend flicking them off and saying, "Go fuck yourself."
If they come down to Edmonton or something, I'll do a report on them.
Oh yeah, I'd love to do a report on them as well. I'd love to get right into it. Fucking do an argument with them, get right into it.
Yeah.
Well, wait a minute now. You're married, but yet you won't let your daughter get married because you say that's blasphemy and that's she'll go to hell if she has sex or if she gets married. Because that's what the one daughter said. She's afraid of getting married or she doesn't want to get married because. Go ahead.
They have this association with the word faggot, right? And generally they shorten it down to fag.
Yep.
But name one part in the Bible that uses the word fag or faggot.
Neither. None.
Exactly. It doesn't have it. They just use it.
Yep.
It's just, to give this shock value to their otherwise, unfavorable opinion.
All right, question time here. One real quick question time. We are currently answering this. I don't know why we're still answering this, but it says, well, if you said God is loving, then you said there is a God.
Well, no, we're quoting, unless you're, unless you're like in the position of Obama and you just, you're a dictator, you're Lord Obama. But anyways.
As I was going into, Cole, before I got into this comment here by KG, there is no evidence that there is a God, so believing in one makes no sense. I agree. Absolutely. You know what? I agree. And the thing is, with religion, okay, you got to have faith. Now, faith isn't hard evidence. You can't go out. You said God is loving. Yeah, God is loving. I'm not saying God is one person. I'm not saying God is a creator of all things. I'm saying God as being a more not uppercase God. Okay, there's definitions here. Uppercase God meaning one supreme being, okay, that's uppercase God. Lowercase God is basically like the Greek gods, okay, like the gods that had power or even possibly extraterrestrials, okay. Those could have been referred to as lowercase gods. There's more than one God, you see, more than one God, and that's when you refer to lowercase g instead of uppercase G, and that's why I said God is all loving or God is loving because maybe he is an extraterrestrial. You never know. Am I right, Cole?
Well, we don't know anything about him, really.
I know. We don't know anything about him, exactly. So how do we know if he's real, if he's a real human flesh person, or if he's...
Well, the Westboro Baptist Church, that's why, that's how.
Yeah. But yes, the reason why, like I said, okay, I want to get to his comment. He said, God is all loving. Why did I say that? That's because I believe in somebody who's all-knowing and powerful. You see what I'm saying? I'm
It's
not
your
saying
belief, right?
I'm not. Yeah, it's my opinion. I'm not saying it's one supreme being. I'm saying it could be many of them, and maybe one of these gods, lowercase gods, are in charge of Earth, basically, are in charge of Earth, are the creators of us. Maybe they manufactured us in a laboratory. You never know, Cole. Don't laugh at it, because look at
Yeah.
what we're doing today with
But
DNA manipulation.
yeah, but you could argue on that, same thing as from what you just said, from the extraterrestrials and this and that. Maybe the whole idea of God just comes out of a want too.
Yeah.
I'm just, I'm not saying I believe this. I'm just saying it's something you could argue that
Uh,
it comes out of a want. That
yeah.
People want to believe there's more after death. There's
Yeah.
almighty
Almighty.
being.
Exactly. Exactly.
It gives them faith. It comes out of more of a want than maybe fact. What do you
Yeah.
think of that?
No. I'm not saying there's hard evidence. There's fact. It's fact that God's real. I'm saying there's a possibility that God is real. There's a
Right.
possibility that the world can end tomorrow. Okay, you got to open your freaking mind, people. There is a
Well,
possibility that God's real. There's a
you,
possibility that He's an extraterrestrial. There's a possibility of many different things in the
you
world.
can't rule them out. You can't disregard
No,
it.
that's
But
exactly why I
there's nothing
said
proving or disproving
no.
it.
Exactly. That is why I said God is all loving, because He couldn't. If God is real, I'm saying He could not have created all of us and everything on Earth to hate us. Okay, so He's got to be all loving in order to do
Yeah,
that.
but of course, if you're the Westboro Baptist Church, hate everything.
Oh
I've
yeah,
seen this one video I
yeah,
was watching, ABC. This one guy spent a weekend with some guy, right? Dairy farmers are bad because they don't put up homosexual hating messages on the side of their barns.
yeah.
Like what the hell kind
What
of belief is that?
what the
Um,
hell?
I think what happens to the Westboro Baptist Church
Uh-huh.
is, maybe they're not as bad as they seem, and this might sound a little odd for me to say, but I think their beliefs are rooted in some sort of grain of truth, and they've totally blown it out of proportion. But they actually believe it. I think they actually truly believe
Let me
what they're
tell you this.
saying.
Let me tell you this, guys. That is because, yeah, they do actually believe that. You know why?
Hmm.
Because they're brainwashed. They brainwashed themselves, okay? It
Right,
backfired on them. They were trying to brainwash everybody else because of Fred Phelps, who brainwashed his daughter.
right.
They went ahead and tried preaching out to all these other people, and they brainwashed themselves. One of the guys was actually a reporter who came
Yeah, yeah.
there, he came there to report on them and to document it all. And then all of a sudden he fell into the trap and was brainwashed. They have children, guys, 3, 4, 5-year-old children
Protesting.
holding up signs.
God hates fags.
God hates fags, protesting, putting their lives in danger by putting them out there, because one of the children actually got hit with a cup full of soda or some type of drinking fluid, got hit in the head with it. I mean, what if he comes out with a gun, And not only this, guys, they are creating these children to hate people as they get older. So when they get 17, 18 years old, what happens when they see somebody who's gay, or when they see a lesbian, or when they see a person that's Jewish? They're going to hate them. Who knows? They might be creating terrorists right there by creating them to,
I don't think it'll get to the point of terrorism.
It could, though.
But it could. But think about it this way, because that opinion isn't as popular anymore. Like if you went back 30 years,
Yeah.
I think this opinion wouldn't have been so out there. But with all the acceptance in the world today, it is an outlandish, opinion. I think today, much like it would have 30 years ago, that's opposite
Yeah.
today. It's probably going to get them beaten up.
Yeah. That's
Because
the
there
thing.
is that accept. I hate to interrupt you like this, but check the group chat there. Tell me how that sounds
Holy
before I
hell,
send
okay.
this out.
Yep, that's perfect. Fantastic.
Perfect.
Thank you for getting that going. Because I had a little hiccup there on my other show, but
Okay.
thank you for getting that going. Definitely perfect, Cole. Yes, definitely.
Continue
Oh
on.
yeah. Okay. Apologize for that. Let me know, the people in the chat there in the hangout watching. Go ahead and comment what you guys think on the Westboro scumbag Baptist Church, who think they are all knowing and are
And
people
God
of
hates
God.
America too. Now, disregard the fact that the Westboro Baptist Church is in
Is it
America.
Fucking dumbasses. Holy cow! Sorry.
And another guy he was talking to, some of these protesters, right? And he's saying,
Yeah.
he was talking about some of the people that left the Westboro left the Westboro Baptist Church because they didn't agree with the garbage that they were, sending out. So basically, what that person was, he said that
terrible.
that the various people were hot. So this is like someone interviewing them, right?
Yeah.
And then this is what the protester says as part of the Westboro Baptist Church.
Yeah.
You're a fag. You're a fag for thinking women are hot.
How the hell is that
So
possible?
she doesn't even understand
Well,
what
I know.
fag means.
Yeah, exactly. But that's the thing where I want to get into. But before we get into that, Cole,
Yeah.
a comment has arisen on the Q&A. Now this is probably some type of troll or some, I don't know. I'm just by the comment itself. KG pseudonym, which is a crazy name, says there is no God. Next topic. So that is definitely somebody we need to block.
That's not necessarily a troll. If it's your, opinion that there isn't a God, then
Well, the way he says it, and he has
yeah,
no
I see what you mean. I see what you mean. Yeah,
he has no profile picture.
yeah. It's like
And it looks like an
I don't.
account that was just created like just
Yeah,
about
I see
today.
what you're saying. He's probably saying, I don't think it exists, therefore you don't have any free speech. Move on.
Yeah.
So,
Sorry about that, KG pseudonym. This is
mhm.
not your live show. This is mine. So if I want to talk about there is a God, then I can. Okay.
And if someone wants to say that to me,
Now, also KG pseudonym. Did I say there was a God in the hangout or in the
no.
show? No, I didn't. So why are you assuming that I said that or that I believe in God? You just want to go ahead and troll us, right? So, bye bye.
Yeah.
I didn't block you. Don't worry about that. You can still troll all you want to. I don't care.
It's your right to do that because he has free
You're
speech
right.
too.
Absolutely. That's why I didn't block him.
It's a free country.
Yeah. Oh, I just started it too.
Okay, we're live. Okay, so you want to
We are
introduce
live.
this thing or just jump right into it?
Well, basically we were going live, right? Okay, guys. Apologize for the lateness. That's all my fault. But basically we're going to be talking about the Westboro Baptist Church, right? The Phelps family, right? Now Cole did his research, as he is known to. As you can hear his mechanical keyboard in the background.
It's actually not a mechanical keyboard.
Hopefully, is my audio coming through, guys? Give me a thumbs up.
I'll mute myself.
In the Q&A, thumbs up in the Q&A, guys. The Q&A application, we have that sucker open. So if you want to ask questions, go into the Q&A. I just want to make sure my audio is going good. But yes, I did have some problems on starting the show, so I do apologize for that. But we're going to be talking about the Westboro Baptist Church. We're going to be talking about a lot of articles that are on the website at newsingeneral.com. Most of them, or all of them actually, in fact, are written by Cole Cooper, the co-owner of News in General, and the awesome, fantastic, non-tyrannical writer. He's a really good writer, by the way, guys. So give him a shout out and compliment him on his articles because they are fantastic. So let's go ahead and jump into it. We're going to be talking about the Westboro Baptist Church first, and then Cole is going to be introducing his fantastic articles. Ain't that right? So Cole, who is the Westboro Baptist Church? I mean, what is their they're saying basically?
Well, their motto from
Yeah,
this
the
Russell
motto.
Brand interview I was watching is apparently we're not making this stuff up.
Yeah.
That's
Okay.
their motto pertaining to how God hates fags.
So then where the hell are they getting this information? This God hates fags.
And something interesting too, if you don't want to condemn them, apparently you're going to hell, and you should probably be put to death. If you're not, a fag according to them, but you don't condemn anybody that is homosexual. You need to be put to death. Although in the Bible, I believe it says, "Thou shalt not kill" or something like that.
Oh yeah. So basically, we're supposed to sin against the sinners, right? We are
Right. That's what you're saying.
but that's
Because
okay.
it's loving.
Oh yeah, it's loving. We love you, so we're gonna kill you, right?
Something like that. Yeah.
We love you guys, but we're gonna kill you. We're from God. We're a man of God. We're a people of God. But yet we're gonna go ahead and commit sin ourselves by saying we hate you. By saying God hates fags. God hates soldiers. God's glad that soldiers are dead. How can God hate anybody, guys? I'm sorry for screaming, but I'm very passionate about this. God does not hate anyone. Okay, God cannot hate anyone. Okay, He created us. He is all knowing, all loving, and He's definitely not a killer of sorts.